2, 3.
Thank you for choosing the Poor Life Decisions podcast. I'm David Phipps. With me, as always, is Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate. Silver Doubloons, how are you doing?
I'm sick again, which I think I've been sick for now like 50% of our episodes. But I guess I'm not like as sick as I was last time. I'm like working my way up to a cold.
Well, you're drinking some cough medicine, so I'm glad to see that you're up and about at least.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a good idea that is, but that is yet to be seen here.
I could have coronavirus too because it would be weird to get a cold like twice in like a month. Shouldn't I have like real good antibodies right now that are like, yeah, we remember this cold. Fuck that guy, and they just go fuck him, you know?
They say what it is that gets people sick in the wintertime is everybody staying indoors, and then you're just with those same germs all the time.
Fuck, and, dude, I re-caught it.
You know, like during coronavirus, we're all just like sitting inside if we're being, good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you still have taste? I can see you tasting that alcohol.
Yeah.
You still taste.
It's in the early stages, dude.
Yeah.
Rip. Plan my funeral.
Where do you think you got it from?
I only go to like one place. I go to my friend's basement to use as a gym, and I don't think he has coronavirus.
Okay.
Probably. I probably don't have coronavirus. You're probably right now that I think about it. I probably just caught my own fucking virus again.
Didn't you tell me that like Nova Scotia, your city, there has no cases?
Let me.
As he starts coughing.
Let me. I have the thing bookmarked. We can share it with the class.
What do you got? What do you got bookmarked?
This is the Nova Scotia coronavirus. So as you can see, we've had a surge starting back in November. It was very... Look at that. Look at how flat that was. Like, so the blue line is cumulative confirmed cases, and down at the very bottom, the dark blue is new confirmed cases. So there was like almost no new confirmed cases for like months.
Oh, dude.
But the nice thing is, I live over here. So this is where Halifax is, and that's like the only big city we have in the whole province. So that's where it all spreads. So over here, it's pretty tame. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
We'll be all right.
I mean, it is bad. It's not great.
We'll be all right.
Looks like we're back to 2,000, almost 3,000 new cases a day. So here in Wisconsin. So
more people are dying every day in the United States than died on 9/11, right?
Yep.
That's wild. Dude, I saw a tweet the other day that was like, "Here's the 7 deadliest." It was like the tweet said like, "Here's the 7 deadliest days in American history," and there was like a couple of disasters that I'd never heard of, and 9/11, and then it was like last Tuesday, last Wednesday, last Friday. Yeah. It was like, holy fuck, dude.
Sam Jackson posted that on Instagram, and I liked it, I think.
Dude, what a genius. That's fucked up, though. Dude.
It's a fucked up meme.
I'm sorry to you guys in the United States, you know?
Oh, no. I mean, I am too.
I mean, sorry is not the right word, but I feel bad for you guys. Like, I know you're being very careful, and I know you are diligent with your mask, and are diligent with, like, not going out. You went to a bar?
I went to a bar. I went on a date.
I'm surprised bars are still open.
Yeah, they yelled at me because I went to the bathroom and I didn't wear my mask.
Did they ask you to leave?
No, they just told me to wear my mask next time.
It's probably like everybody gets one type thing.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And they weren't wrong. Like,
I
just took it off. I took it off. I threw it down on the table so I could drink and eat.
Yeah.
Because I shared food and drink with somebody. So, hopefully I don't have it.
Hell yeah, brother. I hope you don't too.
Yeah, see, I hope you don't have it.
Same. I'm sick of it.
But I hear everybody who's going out to the bars is getting it.
Right.
But I didn't get smashed. I drove home. I had 1.5 drinks.
You probably should have drank a lot of vodka. Apparently it kills viruses.
Well, you know, the Russians are healthy for some reason.
Right, we learned that.
Yeah.
Dude.
We heard that. Who was that, you saying that?
No, I think that was Animal Chin.
Animal Chin. What a guy.
And then he chastised me for actually doing it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've heard that if you drink when you're getting sick, it just dehydrates you. And then,
I should be drinking water. Do you got a 15-second monologue in you?
sure.
I got water in the other room.
You get water. Get water. Let me. I went to the grocery store today.
Right.
And then I went and I got some booze because I like whiskey. And the guy checking me out at the cash register was just like, "Nice buns." And I was just like, "Oh yeah, I have hot dog buns in my cart here." And he's just like, I looked up, pointed at him, laughed, and then he was just like, "Yeah, I wasn't talking about those, but those are nice too."
He was checking you out while he was checking you out.
And I was just like, "Oh, thanks, man. Like, I appreciate that."
Were you flattered?
I chose to be flattered, yes.
Yeah.
I chose to be flattered.
I think that's the right way
like, I sat there in awe for a second, and I was just like, well, I can't see yours, but I'm sure they're fantastic as well, sir.
That was nice of you.
You know, he seemed more embarrassed because I didn't give him the reaction that he was looking for.
What do you think he was looking for?
Well, I don't know. I've never told another guy that I've never like talked to before, except for at that like cash register before. Hey, you got some nice buns there.
But what do you think he was hoping you would do? Do you think he was hoping you would like lick your lips and raise your eyebrows twice or something? Like what was he hoping for in that situation?
I mean, maybe I did that behind my mask. I didn't, but maybe he was hoping for that. I don't know. I just kind of like stood there and was like, ugh. Like, he wasn't a bad looking human being, but the thought of him like licking my asshole and then like jerking me off, like, just it made me repulse for a second.
Why did you think of him licking your asshole?
Well, do you see, when I think sex, I think of a lady licking my asshole and jerking me off.
To each their own.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen, but I'm too much of a gentleman,
dude,
too.
You'd be surprised.
I would never be like,
if that's on your bucket list, I say just go for it.
Not like,
dude, you're willing to do like what dude, I've done some crazy stuff for women, you know, in the bathroom, and not the bathroom, in the bedroom.
Okay.
But also,
well, you know, ladies have done nice things for me in bathrooms.
Right, it happened to that. It's definitely happened all over the place. So
sure.
Dude, you deserve everything you want to, and if you want a lady to just nibble on your butthole and jerk you off, I don't think there's
teeth.
I don't think there's
no
like
teeth, please.
I think it's a pretty reasonable request. Maybe on like your birthday or something.
Oh Jesus! No, I would tell him about it. I would never ask for that. I would never ask for it, because that's how you get things from ladies. Is you just tell them about it.
Right.
Yeah. If you're just like,
so I'm interested.
Yeah. Right.
I saw this on a porno and it made my dick really hard.
Yeah. See. I just want to try it out. That's a way to say it. I just always tried it, and then sometimes it would fail catastrophically. Like a lady would laugh at me that I had been dating for 3 years or whatever, but I deserved it. One time she had my wiener in her mouth, and I was just like, "You look so cute with that cock in your mouth." And nice. she like spit it out and started laughing at me, and I was like, "Oh, I don't like this." Dude. She was right.
I was watching a podcast. I think it was Whitney Cummings was talking about how she had a boyfriend who like wanted to pee on her face, and she decided like to let him do it, and then when he did it, she just broke out laughing.
I mean, she is getting pissed on.
It is kind of funny.
I've heard if you ever want to do that, you just kind of do it in the shower, like on somebody's leg, and then like
they probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't, maybe they'd like it.
I feel like I feel like that's also something you wouldn't do without consent. You know,
It'd be a little weird.
Be a little weird if they you know, especially where it would make that like make them think like, wait, did I really feel something or did I not? Do I confront him about this? Do I not? Like, do I make this weird? You're putting them in an awkward position where they have to like think about confronting you. Yeah. So, like, yeah, that's a little weird.
It is a little weird. You know what that kind of makes me think of?
What?
A poor life decision that I've made on my part.
Wow, how far are we into this?
Well, you gotta tell me, my man.
10 minutes, dude.
Dang. Well, let me say, I wish I never would have asked or had somebody tell me, a lady specifically that I was having sex with, that they wanted me to hit them. Because never once has that been like a thing that I've actively wanted to do.
Sure.
So, like, one time I just got so drunk, like, I took 4 shots of Wild Turkey 101 in 30 minutes, and then I blacked out. Like, I don't remember the rest of the night.
Before we go on, I mean, I'm guessing, do you separate spanks and hitting as 2 different things?
That's the thing. Is like, I try to.
I'm a serial spanker when I'm in a relationship, dude. I spank with absolutely no regard for anything at all. I whip it out all the time.
I've got that retard strength. So anytime I hit somebody, they don't like it.
Wow.
So I try not to invoke anybody's wrath, but apparently I'm very good at it. Doing it hard. I don't know. There's like no between with
there's technique to it, dude. If you like pull up, if you like, you gotta like pull up when you hit it, you know, because then it like it absorbs. Like the butt has a lot of fat on it, you know, and if you hit it up, it'll just like bounce it. It'll bounce it more than it fucking like, but you still get that good sound out of it, you know.
Yeah, but I'll hit a butt. I'll hit a butt.
Okay. I wanted to clarify that. Sorry, go on. Yeah. Just a quick interlude.
No, that's a good aside. That's a good aside. It's a good tip also. Dispersion.
Booty dispersion.
Hold on.
I did my thesis on
like, through the lady fat, the titty fat, or the butt fat. Hot dog. It's good science. There's good science there. I'd like to see that dissertation. But I meant more like in the face or like choking them.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't like being violent to people.
But you like to please people, I'm guessing is where you're going with this.
Yeah. But sometimes when I black out and you say hit me, I'll fucking hit you, and it won't be nice.
Dude, if they say hit,
there's no like.
If somebody says hit me, you're good to go whether you're blacked out or not. You know, that's consent.
Well, okay, with sex, they say if one person is drunk, then they can't consent.
A drunk person can't consent? I mean,
that's what they say here.
I mean, I guess it's like. Then you get into the question of like, well, what is drunk? Is it blood alcohol level? Is it the same for everyone? How do you determine what? Yeah. Like maybe some people are better at making judgment calls when they're drunk than other people. You know,
what is consent?
What is consent? I mean, obviously, if somebody like, I feel like that's a very I guess that really, now that I'm stopping to think about it, that is a good thing to talk about, because I suppose not everybody has like the intuition for that. But yeah, if somebody's like slurring their words and like half falling asleep, like obviously they're not all there. Yeah. And but if somebody's a little, I don't know, it's a weird. You gotta make a call on that, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you gonna make a call on that unless like you have blood samples or like video?
And I mean, I don't know,
It's weird. I don't like it.
I'm back.
Okay, Jesus. I was like, did he freeze? Am I dead?
Did you see me, dude?
Stopped again.
Dude, I didn't freeze. That was a bit. Did you see? Did you know that? You bought it?
I bought the bit. I was like, wait.
I couldn't remember what I was going to say.
Your screen keeps moving in the background.
Oh, what does it do?
I don't know.
Oh, there's like a little image change. Yeah, I had to minimize that so you can't catch me the next time I do it. There you go. There's the battle.net launcher. I need something black there though, so it doesn't like.
Yeah, it doesn't screen burn. I just got the Wisconsin coronavirus numbers up.
Whoa!
Only 301,000 deaths.
301,000?
Yeah, that's for the U.S.
Dude, how many people died in like the Civil War?
Civil War. Oh, Jesus. He's total. I guess I should have done that.
618,000. Wow. You think you guys are gonna get there? You guys are gonna get there. The coronavirus is gonna be deadlier for your country than the fucking Civil War.
Oh no, Civil War 2 is coming up.
Oh, that's right too.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Dude. I've been playing Cyberpunk. Bring on the fucking Civil War, dude. The corpos.
It looks tight. It looks tight. The future looks tight.
I'm enjoying it. Are we still in the middle of your story? I feel like we're jumping around a lot.
That's okay, man. We got to fill up an hour and a half.
Oh, Jesus. What are we at to?
Well, that's the
we're only at the 16. The last time I checked was 10, and that was like 30 minutes ago.
Jesus, man.
There's something wrong with this clock.
I don't think you should hit ladies.
Right.
Unless they hit you first and like
or ask
trying
you to hit
kill
them.
You.
Yeah.
Or if they give consent. What is consent?
Consent.
She told me to beat the fuck out of her, so I beat the fuck out of her, and now I'm sitting in jail.
She told you to beat the fuck out of her? Is that like verbatim?
No. One lady and honestly it was one of the hottest things I've ever witnessed, but like she had me hit her while she was giving me a hand job and blowing me. It was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it was like a moment of clarity where I kept hitting her because she was being mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought that it was hurting her, so I didn't hit her the same way. And then she really liked that. And I came twice, and within 3 seconds of each other, it was weird.
You're a fucking.
Then I yelled at her.
Dude, have you ever had the orgasm where your fucking knee starts shaking and you're just like, oh, those ones?
Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah, brother.
It's been happening again more recently. I think I'm coming out of my depression.
How often do you jerk off?
If I don't do it 3 times before I leave the house, I look at women like I do meat.
Wow, you do it 3 times a day, or is that a bit? Or is that a joke?
It's a little bit of both.
Sometimes you do it 3 times. Right.
It's the truth. If I don't do it 3 times before I leave the house, I stare at women like meat, and they don't like it. Some do, but they're very few and far between. And then I never talk to them anyways.
That's a problem, and I mean that's a solution to it, I guess.
Well, yeah.
It is. I mean,
I'd rather think about the rest of my day instead of nice tits.
I definitely went through that phase when I was like late teens, early 20s. Like if I if a girl bent over and I saw her underwear, I would have like a boner for the next hour, and it would be nothing. The only thing I could ever think about. Or if like a girl was wearing like really tight pants or something, it'd be like, yeah. Like I get it. I feel like I look for mutual interest now before I go for that kind of thing.
Yeah. That is something that recently developed with me.
Cheers.
I like that. Yeah, I was actually going to get another drink here. But, yeah.
I've been drinking.
I don't like hitting people.
Have you been drinking a lot?
Today, no.
Just in general.
I I'll go like a day or two off, and then I'll go 3 days on.
I don't drink a lot, but I'm still using marijuana like every day.
That's kind of fell off for me, but I've been sleeping a lot. Like a lot.
I get into when I like disappeared for 2 weeks recently.
Yeah.
I didn't do weed at all, and that was part of the that was part of the problem. Like for me, it's like,
I believe that.
For me, it keeps me like, I don't know how you even describe it, like present, vibing.
Yeah, I find it real hard to be around people if I'm not high.
Right? Dude, I was playing Rocket League tonight with a friend of mine after we hit the gym, and it was just like, you know, like when me and you play Rocket League, and I'm like, fuck yeah, you know, it's like I can't, you know, I can't do that stuff, and it's like, you know, I can't.
Do you think it's weird that you're doing it?
I don't know, but I just don't have that in me when I'm like totally sober, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't have that like level of energy, that level of like confidence that it takes to do that kind of thing. And fuck.
Dude, gamer juice.
But you know what the thing is? There's a lot of people that have had these kind of substance patterns that have then gotten out of it. And so there is there is like different ways to do things, and I think about that a lot. And I think like I wish I could find a path through life that didn't require me to be happy all the time. Because like I sacrifice a lot to be happy, and it's like the other side of the coin is you sacrifice happiness to do a lot with life. And sometimes
very rarely am I happy.
Right, and sometimes like for like most of my life has been like the coin is on its edge where I'm not happy or productive. You know?
Yeah.
So now I figured out the way to be happy, and then sometimes I think about like, how do I flip the coin over so that I can be productive? And like, because there's things I want to accomplish in life. Like I have some long-term goals, and I would like to see myself complete.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about hitting girls.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, no, this is good. Hey, that was my poor life decision, deciding to start hitting women.
One time I was trying anal with a girl, and she had to go to the doctor a few days later, and there was something wrong with her. Like I forget even what it was, but she had to tell the doctor that she recently tried anal sex because it was a potential complication for what she was talking about. And I wasn't even there, and I felt really bad about that. I should have gone.
Well, did she ask you to?
No, but I probably should
tell you it was happening.
That's a great question.
Yeah, man. Girls are like that.
You know, I don't quite remember all the details in retrospect. I remember thinking that I should have gone, so perhaps she did tell me.
Maybe.
Or alluded that she would. I can't remember. I like I said, this was years ago. Memory is a very fickle thing. Do you ever think about that? Like,
yeah, I do.
Memory, like
Alzheimer's or something.
You know what I've been thinking for years that I should do is start writing a journal.
Yeah.
Do you have a journal?
I've done it before.
What did you think? What was your experience?
I'm real dumb.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, just like sometimes my grammar is not great, and like I think I'm funny, but like it doesn't translate to pen and paper.
Some of the smartest people in the world can't even spell. So first of all, don't fucking worry about grammar. Like the point of a journal is to like keep a living memory of yourself, so that if you need to go back and check facts on something or whatever, that's my idea of what a journal is. I think it also helps with just like anytime I write something down, I remember it better. Even if I never ever reference that again, even if I throw the paper that I writ it down on into the trash, I think I remember it better because there's I don't know how it works, but there's a connection there.
Research says that works.
Research.
They suggest you do write down things. That's why note taking is so good.
I have like and like I do post-its. I do post-its now. So I've upgraded from nothing to post-its. So I have a lot of post-its scattered everywhere. I have a little baggie full of post-its up there of things that I didn't quite want to throw away, but I didn't. But like they were getting old and like they weren't sticking properly. And then so I feel like to upgrade that I need to go from post-its to maybe journaling. And you know, like everything you say that you should do, do people ever do that?
Yeah.
Do people ever do that?
I don't know. I mean, do successful people do that?
I should do this.
Most successful people are kind of sociopaths and like shrewd businessmen.
Do you think
that's the way you measure that? I mean, like, if you look at Buddha, what did he really do ever?
Did he vibe?
Oh, he vibed out like a mad cunt.
So Buddha's thing was like he was rich, but he was not happy, right?
Yeah, and then he renounced being rich, and then became a beach bum pretty much. Relied on the kindness of strangers.
What a vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude.
I think that's what the hippies were going for, but you know they're dirty hippies. So,
do you have a personal philosophy?
Try and find one thing that you like about everybody. Sometimes it's like, oh, they didn't kill my loved one.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like, oh, they're funny, or you know.
Does that like you're extremely calm when? But I've noticed this. By the way, like you've noticed me have different moods, right? Like I have different moods. Yeah. You're always kind of on the same level. Do you think that's something that helps you with that? Like do you always try to just see the positive in everything and that's why you're just like mellow?
Well, that's like the one level to it. Like I think the mellowness just came with age because, you know, you grow up being autistic and you're just yelling Nancy Pelosi and other gamer words at people.
I've been there.
Because, well, you know, just with age. I think that, but yeah, it's definitely helping with being calm around somebody like Animal Chin. Like I look to Buddhism for a lot of help with him. And at work, because when I have a job, I stress out about what other people are saying or doing to me. Because anytime I have a job, it's like I'm doing the popularity contest level of it, and then I'm doing the numbers game of like, at my last job, taking enough calls, you know, restarting enough computers.
We're almost like programmed to compare ourselves to other people, aren't we?
Oh yeah, it's like what the social hierarchy is based off of.
It's like, and it's so toxic,
baby.
It's so toxic.
It's very toxic. It is.
We like I don't
like it.
Everybody is like everybody has something to share, and everybody knows something you don't, and we're all so cool, and everybody has cool stories. Like there's, you know,
I'm very boring, man.
You're not boring, dude. You have a podcast. Can you say you're boring?
You have a podcast.
Dude, if you're boring, why don't you quit your podcast? Why do you keep doing it?
Well, you know, one day I want to make people laugh and take their money. And hopefully they like hanging out with me and finding out I'm not a fucking crazy person.
So you do this as a form of like self-improvement. Like you look at this as a way to improve your ability to make people laugh?
Oh, I haven't changed since I've been like 7 years old.
No, that's not true. You keep saying you weren't a person until you were
online until I was 28.
Right.
Like, okay, I didn't realize how much of an asshole I was to everybody else. I still am that asshole, but I'm more aware of that. I guess I should figure out how to say that differently. I've always kind of been like an emotionless robot because everything growing up was like, mom's fucking a new guy and dad doesn't know about it, you know?
So you had to keep kind of, you had to mask your, you had to lie.
A little bit.
You had to betray your own personal truth.
everybody else's shit was like way low, on a priority list that I had for like how my stuff was going.
Right.
And it didn't like, I didn't get upset at people or like, get envious of them. It was just like everybody's at a different level of like anxiety than I am. And I'm already anxious, but everything they're anxious about kind of doesn't seem that important.
What kind of things are other people anxious about that bothers them that you're not anxious about?
Like sometimes conversations people have, like what's his name, Mr. Giantsbane.
Yes.
He, a guy I've known since college, loved him, lived with him multiple times. Keeps asking me about conversations he's had years ago with, specifically with
you don't have to say, but
yeah. It's just, but like, the only time I would think about something like that is if it was like the last thing I said to somebody on their deathbed, or if it was like somebody you can't have another conversation with. The like the level of finality that he talks about these things with, it's just like,
you believe nothing can't be overcome. Like if there's a misunderstanding, as long as the person's living, you got an opportunity to make things right.
Yeah.
I like that perspective.
It's annoying, but it's the truth.
The tricky thing about that is sometimes the ball's in the other person's court.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. You can't do much.
I like to leave it in other people's courts most of the time, so that way I don't have to deal with it.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's a form of confrontation, I guess, where you like you express what is going on, and then just like, for me, if that ends the relationship, then so be it. But if that improves the relationship, then thumbs up,
Yeah.
Either way, it's like kind of progress.
Yeah. I don't burn the bridge anymore.
I burned a lot of bridges.
Oh yeah. It's one of my favorite things to do, I think.
Dude, I'm bad about that too. Like, fuck. Yeah, that's one thing I can talk about that as a regret for my life. Like,
sure.
Yeah, when I'm somebody who's A-okay with just like cutting somebody entirely out of my life, and I've done it with people in my family. I've done it with close friends. I've done it with people I was in a relationship with.
Yeah. Buddha says that's okay as long as it makes you a better person.
I feel like I should never I guess maybe I don't do this, but I feel like I shouldn't close myself off entirely to people. Like if somebody like
I don't.
I guess I don't really do that, but I would never like the people who I've cut out of my life and I don't talk to, I would never ever like go to Facebook and search their name and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" It never crosses my mind. But if they ever did it to me, I would be like, "Yo, what's up? How's it going? What's up? How's life?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine, I think. Like I said, leave the ball in their court. And that's what I do with a lot of my ended relationships.
I need to work on not setting the ball on fire before I send it back to them. Yeah.
It's funny how easy it is to fall into old habits.
Mm-hmm.
Familiarity is what we're creatures of habit. Like if we've done something before, the easiest way to do it is the same way. So like that's why I'm very afraid of like being in a relationship, because most of my previous relationships have ended poorly, and I feel like I need to massively like change who I am as a person before I really consider doing that again, because if I don't, guess what? It's gonna be the same shit over again. And I don't want that. And I don't want to do that to somebody else. So.
Yeah. I don't either.
Right. We have to be the best people we can be, and I think that means trying to bring up everybody around us. including each other, including the people we're with, including our family and friends. We all rise together.
I hope so.
Or not at all, because that's the way it should be done.
Yeah, that is the way it should be done.
We're in this together, and we have to. If we just say that and it doesn't mean anything, we're not being honest. It has to mean something. We're all in this together, brother.
I need to refill my drink. Damn, this is really good stuff.
Did we just hit on something there? Was that a like a euphoric or what's the name for like an epiphany? Was that an epiphany?
Yeah. Did you have an epiphany within there saying that we need to be?
I'm looking for your I'm looking for your opinion. What did you think of that?
I agree 100%, and it has a lot to do with what Buddha was saying.
I guess, yeah, I'm not the first person to think this, and it's like...
No. Not even that. It's like, it's again, and I hate being a Buddhist about it and telling you about Buddha, but like the way he says it is you learn the lesson on your own time, your own way. He can tell you the rules and what you need to learn, but until you experience it, you're not going to like get it.
Right. And, like, this leads into something I was thinking about earlier this week. How, like, I kind of lived my 20s in my 30s.
Yeah.
And I did, because I really fucked up, like, most of my life. Like, I fucked up. Uh-oh, I think Doc is frozen. Are you there? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Why don't I tell a joke while we wait for him to come back? Okay, so there was this guy, right? And he was really lonely. So he went to the pet store to get a companion, and he talked to the pet store owner. And he said to the pet store owner, "Hey, I'm really, really lonely. Do you have any pets that would be good for that?" And the pet store owner said, "I have these talking centipedes, and they would be perfect for somebody like you." Doc, I'm telling the centipede joke while you were gone. I couldn't think of anything else to do to fill the time, and now it would be weird if I didn't finish it. So he says to the man, "Yeah, I got these talking centipedes. They would be perfect for you. They'll keep you company." So the man is excited. He buys one, takes it home, sets it up in a little enclosure, feeds it, waters it, pets it, plays with it. But the centipede doesn't talk, and he says to the centipede, "Hey, I'm headed down to the bar. Do you want to tag along?" And the centipede doesn't reply. The next day comes, and the man is still taking care of the centipede. He's feeding him, watering him, taking care of him in his little enclosure, and petting him and loving him. But still the centipede doesn't talk, and he says to the man, or the man says to the centipede, "Hey, I'm headed down to the bar. Do you want to tag along?" But the centipede doesn't reply again. So the third day comes, and the man thinks he's getting conned by the pet shop owner. He thinks, like, no way this centipede talks. He hasn't talked in 3 days? Come on. So he feeds him, waters him, takes care of him. The evening comes, and he says to the centipede again, "Oi, I'm headed down to the pub. Do you want to tag along?" And the centipede replies, "I heard you the first time, you bastard. I'm still putting on my shoes." Oh, Doc's back. I had to do something to fill the time, Doc.
I heard that.
Like, reconnecting.
My audio, it was weird. I had to stop a download. So, anyways,
that was the intermission, dude. I should have told him to go get popcorn, but now it's too late because we're back.
Dude, you had them. You captivated them, and that's all I could have asked for.
Dude, do you think an hour and a half is a lot to ask of somebody's attention?
I think so, but I also think that during COVID, people don't have a lot of, things to do.
We've had both positive and negative feedback on the podcast so far. Like you told me one of the videos got like 2 upvotes and 2 downvotes. I've had some people tell me that we should have a more structured podcast, and I don't think that's like a terrible idea either. I think we should more talk about like things that are going on, and I think we kind of do, but we just jump in and out of things, and that's kind of how we have a conversation, you and I. Right. And I feel like it's just like that's just how you and I talk. And so
have a conversation.
But like I do like the idea of talking more about what's like, you know, because like obviously poor life decisions is a great concept for a podcast, and we hope to bring something that we regret every day. But we also aspire to be people who don't have tons of regrets. So that, well, hopefully, if we're not creating new ones, there's a finite number of regrets that we have. So, you know,
I like that.
We'll always try to come up with some stories or things like that from life. But
I'm full of them.
Right. But you know, sometimes like we were struggling to find something to come up with talk to today. I think we've talked about most of our like major regrets in life already on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, the more we go, the more like minor it's getting. I just got an email. Dude, who's emailing me?
I couldn't tell you.
1:13 a.m. NordVPN team. Security device. I gotta unsubscribe from their emails because they're crazy, dude. They send me emails like every day. It's like, I see you fucking bought our product. Here's other shit we do, you know. They're fucking.
That's how they get their repeat customers, my dude.
They're hustling, dude.
They are definitely hustling. Hopefully they'll sponsor us, and I'll stop.
Do you think so?
And I hope so.
You're definitely allowed to cuss.
Partially brought to you by NordVPN.
You're definitely allowed to cuss when NordVPN sponsors you, because I for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. 100%.
Hell yeah, my dude.
Hell yeah. Dude, stamps.com. Go there.
I wish I had some sort of way to send stamps from my home. And
never go to the post office again.
Yeah. Especially during COVID times.
Who wants to go to the post office with all that COVID there? It's literally being brought in from other countries and like other places. Like there's COVID and everything.
Dude,
I bet
you want to touch that?
Every postal worker has COVID, I heard. That was an article I read on MSN.com.
Do you think they have herd immunity?
Yes, and that's why it's still working now. They were the first to get it.
Gross, they were sending COVID through the mail?
How better to spread it? Bill Gates was behind it all along.
He did it. He poisoned the USPS.
What a genius.
One cough at a time.
What a genius, dude. Bill Gates is playing 4D chess.
Yeah, I think he is, dude. It's scary.
Him and Trump should have a battle of wits.
You seen his technology to battle mosquitoes?
No, what's this?
Dude, they have like these laser grids that if the mosquito goes through it, the grid recognizes that it's a mosquito and then vaporizes their wings off instantly.
Wow. Someday that technology will be put to use on humans.
Yeah, if it hasn't been already.
I'll drink to that.
I also drink to that.
I've been playing Cyberpunk.
Dude, that game looked fun.
I'm having fun with it.
Can't run that.
I want to start another playthrough again where it's me and you. Because here's my problem with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I have like 11 missions at any given time, right?
Yeah.
Every mission is from a different person.
Mm-hmm.
And every mission has like sub people that like, oh, like Jackie is giving me this mission, but he's talking about Anna, and Anna has this like it's like you know in Game of Thrones the number of characters they threw at you and expected you to know who they were talking about. It's like double that, dude, and like it's so hard.
Dope.
It's so hard to remember who all the characters are and how they interconnect with each other because there's just too much going on at once. And it's structured in like a GTA way, so you can jump back and forth between different storylines. And dude, I have no idea what's going on. I'll be honest. I'm gonna have to play that game like 5 times before I even understand what's happening. But like,
I'll help you chase down the most interesting storyline.
Dude, I like that. So far I've mostly been like blasting people. You have this I got this shotgun and you blast people, right? And it makes this huge sound and you like
shotgun's a fun gun.
You got the kerchunk when you fucking when you like the shotgun is always the best gun in every game. I
prefer it in real life.
But like you knock people on their asses, dude. Yeah. And then what you do is you jump to the next guy and you knock him on his ass, and then you jump to the next guy and you knock him on his ass, And then eventually, like, you get around to it, everybody's on their ass. Then you go back to the first person who's just getting up because he was knocked on his ass. And you fucking knock him on his ass, dude. And then you keep going around in the circle and you just fucking... You just blast people and they can't do anything about it. It's fucking the best way to play, for sure.
It's like John Wicky.
Yeah, I don't hack anything. I don't fucking do anything tactically. I just knock them on their ass with a shotgun.
I don't know. Knocking them in sequences on their asses is kind of tactical, if you ask me.
I guess you're not wrong.
Maybe that's what a strategy. Combat against cyborgs is, you know, tactical ass knocking.
Dude, you make them prone. There, you have advantage on attack
prone
rolls
status.
At that point.
Fuck.
Dude, you've been missing D&D lately.
I've been sleeping an ungodly amount.
Dude, did I tell you what happened last week? Or this Sunday?
I heard that women, children, men, orcs, all murdered in a Metal Gear Solid sort of fashion through a cave.
They were sneaking around, and there were guards everywhere, but they spotted them all, and they snuck around them, and they were just fucking shank, shank, shank. And then at one point, they went into this tent with, like, sleeping orcs, and they just, like, stood over their sleeping bodies and hacked them to bit with an axe. And they did that.
Giant's Bane.
They did that several times, actually. They went through tents one by one and just hacked and these people to bits. It was.
And they kept rolling that?
It was incredible. Yeah, like at one point, I was just like, okay, you've shown me that you guys can murder the people in the tent. Like, if there's less than 2 people in the tent, you guys just murder them. And so they went around and just murdered everybody. And they're all the way up at Goreskull now, the orc. And yeah, so they're gonna fight him next week. They've got a plan. They're gonna like light his tent on fire while he's asleep in it. And they're going to fucking, I don't know, they got this crazy plan. But yeah, I wanted you there so you could play Goreskull the orc.
Goreskull the orc. Okay. Well, I am honored.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
I woke up today at 11 a.m. because they were plowing the roads outside and something on my desk was rattling as they drove by.
Mm-hmm. I
was, as Animal Chin pointed out earlier, I was sleeping under my desk again.
Nice.
Yes, I have a makeshift bed and a heating blanket. Thanks, sis.
That's right.
Yeah, but also I get to sleep with my geckos.
Aww.
But yeah, no, sleep schedule. Yeah, I'm working on that.
Mm-hmm.
Orc, Goreskull. You want me to be a fucking orc?
Dude.
You have to run the combat for it.
Dude, you gotta figure out the combat sooner or later. The more I give it to you, the more you will get good at it. You could control him in combat. You can do it.
Oh, you can do it this Sunday.
You could be Goreskull. So orcs are like, they value honor, they value strength, they unite under people that are strong. So Goreskull is like the strongest orc on the island because all the orc clans rallied under him because he defeated so many of their chieftains in combat. And so now, like, what's happening is a bunch of orc women have congregated to his cave. And they were like the wives of all the other orcs, and they're basically in the lead of their clans now because he killed all of their husbands. But they go and they pay respect to him because he's the strongest orc on the island. They haven't figured that part out yet, but spoiler alert.
Well, hopefully nobody watches them.
They'll never watch this.
I hope everybody watches. Why aren't you podcasting that?
I would love to. There's certain people that do not want their D&D.
Mr. Giantsbane?
I don't want to say any specifically who it is.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What do you think? Is that a mushroom in the background? Are you a Mario fan? It's a one-up Mario.
Mushroom. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers. It's a one-up mushroom. It's made out of Lego.
What's your favorite Mario game?
Probably Mario Kart.
Oh, dude, Mario Kart is so good. Which one?
Probably N64.
Dude, I was an
That was
SNES
my first
boy.
one. Dude, that one was good. I had that on the Game Boy Advance.
Dude, there's this multiplayer mode where you had like 3 shells surrounding you. And you had to hit other people with the shells, and it was like a battle arena. You weren't racing. It was just a fucking fight. And you had to pick up like items and throw them at the other person. And that's what me and my brother played. And it was fucking fun, dude.
Dude, that sounds like the battle mode. They put 3 balloons on your cart?
Yeah, that's what it was. Balloons.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Same thing then.
Same thing. What a game.
Yeah. Played that with my brother a lot.
Hell yeah. I think my favorite is Super Mario World 3 on the NES or Super Mario World on SNES. They're both so good.
Was 3 on the SNES?
3 was on the NES. Because remember, 1 was the...
That was a good one.
1 was the weird... Was the, like... everybody knows what Super Mario Brothers 1 is. Yeah. Super Mario Brothers 2 was the weird Japanese one. And Super Mario Brothers 3 was the one with the Tanuki
That's another game
suit.
called Doki Doki Panic.
Right. It was like...
It.
Yeah, they just reskinned it to be like Mario for the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 was the one with the Tanuki suit. And man, there were so many levels in that. And it was like... I don't even know how they fit all that shit onto an NES cartridge, you know? Like, that game was filled to the brim with content. Like, those guys must have known how to pack every last byte in there to make them useful. You know, today programming is like fucking Call of Duty is like 250 gigabytes. They don't give a shit about optimizing. I mean, a lot of that is just high-res textures and stuff like that. Yeah. But back then, coding, you had to think about, like, well, how many flops is this going to take? Bits and flops. Yeah, how many flops is this going to take, dude? You know?
Do you think they had teraflops on the game cartridge?
Probably not. I don't think Terra was even a concept back then.
I just want to say teraflop.
Teraflop is a great word. What are some other great words? Bubbles is a great word. Nugget.
I've heard people say bubbles a lot.
Nugget is a great word.
I love saying nugget. I love chicken nuggers.
Milkshake.
That brings boys to the yard.
Everybody likes a milkshake. What are some other milkshake? What are some of your favorite words?
Apropos.
Ooh, apropos. What does that mean? Like, I have an idea of what it means, but what does it mean to you?
I think it's like something that's appropriate to the situation or the conversation.
Right. I learned a new word recently. It was felicitous.
Felicitous?
That means like fortunate given the current circumstances.
Fortuitous, huh?
Similar, yes. Felicitous.
Felicitous.
Mm-hmm. Well suited towards the sort of it was something like that. It was like, well, like, this is a very felicitous meeting, you know. It was good that we met together. Something like that. That was a good word. Fun to say too.
I like felicitous.
Mm-hmm.
Felicitous. It reminds me of that name, Felicity.
Felicity.
They had that TV show on the CW here in the States. Is CW like a Canadian Warner Brothers thing? Do you know?
I don't know what CW is.
It's like a channel we used to have when we had television.
When was television? I haven't.
Yeah, right.
Television feels like it's from like a different like it's from like.
It really does.
It's like from a different age, you know, like.
I grew up watching black and white, like I Love Lucy.
Really? Did you grow up in the 50s?
No, just Nick at Night and stuff like that. Like,
really?
That's what I would watch. Is like, Ricky, you know, stuff like that.
I watched cartoons. I was a big
Honeymooners and stuff like that.
I watched
Laverne and Shirley.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons, I watched that.
Yeah.
Married with Children.
Love it. Ow.
Peggy.
Ow.
Katie Seagal. That's her name, I think.
Dude, she plays Leela in Futurama.
Yeah, dude. I hear she's the head biker mistress in that Sons of Anarchy show that I've never watched.
Oh, that's right too. I've watched a few episodes of that. That show did look dope. I can't remember what. Yeah, dude. Futurama was the best.
It was. But the biker show I never watched. I saw the ending though.
Boys, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I won't talk about it. I was a little disappointed though.
Dang. Disappointing.
I don't know. Maybe somebody else took something more away from it. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I've watched a little bit of Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, the show from like
Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, with Kevin Sorbo, dude.
Lucy Lawless got her start as Xena Warrior Princess on there.
Hell yeah, dude. She was a villain. I watched the first episode she appeared in.
A little lesbian from the island of Lesbos.
Was she from Lesbos?
Probably not,
dude. But dude, that show is so much fun, and I watch the intro every time. Hercules, a man with a strength matched only by the power of his heart. Dude.
Fuck, I love that.
I love it too, dude. It's so it just feels good. It's just like he's going around. He's such a fucking likable character. He's
a straight G.
He like and they touch on so many things. Like he's such a perfect moral character. Like he goes around and like women are always trying to fuck him, right? And he's like I don't want to leave behind a trail of fatherless children. And like it's like, whoa, what the like what a.
Do you think he had Aeolus jerk him off then?
I think he
seemed like a sexual male.
I don't think he was immune to like the allure of women. I think there might have been even some scenes where he maybe perhaps bedded some women. Maybe not perhaps. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to remember any specifics. It's been a while. Well, I mean, I can't remember any specific scenes where he bedded a woman. I'm wondering if it was ever implied or anything, but he did say specifically, "I don't want to leave behind a trail of fatherless children." I thought that was
that's fucking noble.
That is noble, right? Like most dudes would be like, "Give me that puss," you know.
Dude, in keeping with the mythology, like his father left him behind,
and he hated his mother.
Well, she left too.
He didn't hate his mother; he hated his stepmother. Yes, Hera.
Mm-hmm.
His mother,
was she a bitch or something?
His mother was immortal. His stepmother Hera was the queen of the underworld.
That's who he hated.
She ruled alongside Hades in the underworld.
Yeah, gross.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Greek mythology is fucking super dope. I looked a little bit of it up after playing through Hades. Awesome game, by the way.
I believe that.
And some of the myths, like, there's like man, the Greeks were ahead of their time. They were ahead of their time though. They were geniuses. Like the society they built and like the shit they got up to, fucking pretty clever. Like the mythology they have is like still relatable. It's still relevant as like life lessons and stuff like that.
For sure.
And it's just so fucking. Some of it is so fucking dark. Like it's just super cool. I love it. I feel like I'm not letting you talk. What do you want to talk about?
No, I was agreeing with you fully. Like
no, that's great. But
the story you get from Greek mythology is just amazing, and then you get into like fucking Hercules. Okay, one of my favorite Disney movie, Hercules.
Sure, I can see that. Hell yeah.
I was about to start singing a song from Mulan, so I won't. Let's get down to business.
To defeat the Huns?
The Huns,
I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, Hercules.
But I know the song.
Yeah, dude.
Should I watch Mulan?
I mean, eventually. Maybe not right now.
What if we just watched it right now and that was the podcast?
It has to be the live action remake because I don't think they can DMCA strike us for that.
Why?
Because it sucks.
Mulan
I don't know.
2020? So there's a new one?
Yeah, did they bring the Szechuan sauce back for my chicken nuggers?
What are you talking about?
Dude, when the original Mulan came out, there was like a McDonald's limited time release of Szechuan sauce to go along with their chicken McNuggets.
That's what that's from? It had to do with Mulan? I know of this from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's also where I know it from.
But I
remember when I saw that movie, it came out. It was baller.
It's fucking weird, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah, it was fucking weird. Duck sauce? Is that what that is? Szechuan?
What? Duck?
I don't know. I may have just said that.
Did they just grind up duck?
Dude.
They just grind up ducks?
Wow, I didn't spell that right at all. Szechuan chicken.
Yeehaw.
So maybe... What is a Szechuan sauce?
It's probably just like ketchup and mustard mixed together or something. That's what most sauces are. It's just other sauces mixed together.
Tamari soy sauce, water, soybeans, salt, and alcohol. Sake. Hell yeah.
It's pretty unique.
Water, apple cider vinegar, organic honey, spices, organic sugar, rice vinegar, more vinegar, garlic puree. This is making me hungry. Sesame, ginger puree. Yeah, it's good stuff. Xanthan gum. There that is again.
Xanthan gum. That finds its way into the bottom of every ingredients list, whatever it is.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if that's like what Soylent Green is made of.
I don't know, dude. It's fucking...
Xanthan gum.
It sounds...
Also garlic powder.
Garlic goes with everything, dude. Garlic is like...
We like the vampires.
I read an article one time when they were asking chefs what their secret ingredient was, and like 90% of them said garlic.
Yeah.
It goes with so good, dude. I made a roast beef the other day. I put garlic on it. Yeah.
Roast beef?
Dude, I got some of it in the fridge. I'm gonna finish it off tomorrow. I had some of it today. Roast beef is so good.
It is. Dude. Especially if it's made well.
I'm getting better at it. I've only slightly overcooked it this time. The first time I did it, it was like way overcooked.
How are you making it?
I put it in a Dutch oven. I make a mixture of olive oil, and then I throw in...
Which Dutch oven?
A little red one.
You don't keep it in your bed?
I know that. That's when you fight.
Yeah.
That's when you fight out of the calories, yeah.
Animal Chin hates that joke.
Dude, do you think he sniffs his own farts?
Dude, anytime we play video games, he's like, my apartment smells like farts. It's gross. I don't understand it.
So he's definitely sniffing his own farts.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking...
Confirmed.
Good for him.
Hot dog, he did it.
I feel like there's a reason. Everybody does that, and there's probably a reason for it, and it's like a way to judge your own health. You know, that's why dogs smell each other's butts. It's like a health...
They know if the other is healthy or not.
Yeah, it's like a health check, dude. Like, you got that stank pussy? No, thank you.
Health roll.
Yeah. But if
it's a sniffing butt.
But if it smells prime, dude, they just fucking mount it.
Gross.
Give me that puss. Give me that doggy puss.
See, that's the difference between us and dogs.
Really, is it?
Yeah, I would never sniff a butt and then mount it.
Sounds like you would, actually, from what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's fine.
If she gave consent, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that sniffing somebody's butt is giving consent, though. Not in the human world, anyways.
Dude, sometimes you just gotta check that butt.
Dude, dogs get uncomfortably close to each other's buttholes.
Dude, they gotta smell.
One dog is trusting another dog to just like stick its nose in its butt and be like, "Hello."
Yeah, I feel like there's like two types of dog meet dog first interactions, and the one is where they both growl at each other, and the other is where they sniff each other's buttholes. And it's like alpha dogs and beta dogs, or whatever you want to call it.
Nice dogs and mean dogs?
Maybe, yeah. What is alpha? Like, do you believe in alpha and beta humans?
People keep telling me that it's a thing I should believe in. And when I see alpha as a collection of traits versus beta, which is another collection of traits, like, yeah, I believe in it. Like, sure, Okay, if you look at America, which I have to, which is weird because you're gonna be the first person I tell this to that isn't from America.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if there wasn't a military force, if there wasn't that alpha dog mentality of the U.S., I don't think there would be a U.S.
Definitely not the way it is today.
Exactly. It would be some beta cuck shit like France or Canada.
Are we beta cucks?
I don't know. As a beta cuck, I'm just calling out other beta cucks. You know?
Dude.
Canada's like an independent nation. Like, yeah, they have the queen on the money, but like...
Dude, maybe the future is beta.
I believe that heavily as a beta.
Dude.
Mainly because I keep outliving all the alphas from my high school.
Just because alpha comes before beta in the Greek alphabet, that doesn't mean it's better.
No, but it is first.
I think we have to share the world with the alphas, and I think we can learn to...
I think so too.
We have to learn to respect each other.
As a beta, I allow the alphas to fight each other. Yeah.
Dude. We'll just vibe down here.
I'll be fine.
How much liquid you got in your bladder?
Not much.
My bladder's pretty full.
Do you need to visit the restroom?
Do you ever think about how much you drink and then like visualize like the size of it and then be like, that's how big my bladder's is?
I just know that my bladder's always full. I'm constantly drinking water because if
I love water.
Well, okay. I'm constantly drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to drink water constantly because I'm smoking. I'm dehydrating. Dehydrating is like one of my favorite pastimes.
Mm-hmm. Continue to talk about this while I go urinate.
Okay. Well, here's the science then. I've got 2 glasses of water. One of them's empty here. This one's empty. I had a glass of chocolate milk that I drank before we started. I've got this fucking canteen. Here's the empty glass of chocolate milk. I've got this drink. I've got this cup for my wild turkey that I've not been drinking yet. Like, my favorite pastime is drinking. My favorite drink is water. My second favorite drink is Wild Turkey 101. I don't think you should mix the two, unless it's in my tummy. But it's more impressive if you just drink it, the Wild Turkey straight, which I don't... So I don't get that. Like, living in Wisconsin is a big drinking culture, and I can drink a lot of Wild Turkey if 5 shots of Wild Turkey 101 is a lot of shots of that. I don't know if that's impressive or not, but I know I drink it a lot.
Dude, my urine was crystal clear, dude.
What's up?
My urine was crystal clear.
Dude, that means you're hydrated.
I know, right?
Oh. Dude, I got into some bad stuff. I was talking about Wild Turkey 101.
I heard everything.
Being an alcoholic.
I kept my headset on.
Oh, fantastic. And your urine was crystal clear.
Yeah.
Dude, you're perfectly hydrated.
I was listening to you talk the whole time.
Yeah. Drinking. Yeah, my desk is covered in glasses. Like, there's liquid in at least 3 of the 6 glasses that are here. I'm constantly drinking, and I'm constantly dehydrating. It's like all I do. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
How the Gekkies doing?
I think they're still alive. I fed them a day and a half ago. I've been watering them at least once a day, vigorously.
Reptiles move so little. They just conserve their energy, dude. They just conserve.
Yeah, I relate to that a lot. That's why I'm so cool with them.
They're pretty cool.
I wish... I don't know. I kind of wish I had a dog.
Me too. I do wish I had a dog as well. I love you, Lula. Don't mistake that.
Dude, I love Gekkies. If I had a cat, I would love cat. I would clean its poop because cat is gross and can't clean its own poop unless I train it to use a toilet.
I'm looking at my cat
But
right now. She is so beautiful, dude.
dude, Lula is beautiful.
She's such a good cat, and I tell her that every day.
Do you think she believes you? Or do you think she just knows? Do you think she even knows?
I think most of what she thinks about is how to get more food. I think that's number one thing on her mind. She's figured out her way into the food box, and she's like done things like knocked her treat jar over so that she can get the treats. That's most of what she thinks about. But she is a very good cat, and I think she loves me. She
For sure.
I love you, Lula. She comes and sleeps with me every night. She wakes up by my side every day. And I start every day by petting her, and then what happens is she's so clever. What happens is I'll pet her because she's up right beside me. I'll pet her for a little while, and then what she does is she goes to like where my knee is. And she knows like I can't really reach that far with my arm. So I kind of have to like get out of the covers to come pet her more. And so of course I inevitably I want my snuggly cat. I come pet her more.
Yeah.
So then what does she do? She goes to the edge of the bed. And so I have to crawl forward even more to pet her more, because of course that's what I want to do when I wake up in the morning. And then what does she do? She jumps off the bed and goes to the doorway and just looks at me until I go and feed her breakfast.
Dude. Cat want food.
Yeah.
She's got you trained well, dude.
That's our morning ritual every morning.
Fuck. I wish my geckos had some way of telling me they're hungry. Honestly, it's when they start showing up at the bottom of the cage and they just start staring at it. It's like, there's nothing there. What are you doing?
Gotcha.
Like, they're looking for food.
Right.
Gross.
Cats will let you know when they're hungry.
Yeah, they're not in an enclosure.
Right. I love you so much. She's sleeping.
Half of me? Sorry.
What's up?
What's she doing?
She's sleeping.
I bet it's adorable looking.
She hasn't moved this whole time I've been talking about her. Oh, she just licked her paw. Will you be wicking your paw?
She wants to let you know she's cognizant.
She's just snoozing. Having a little
half of the time, I want to let my geckos out and like just wake up and have one like on the ceiling directly above me shitting on me or something like that.
Why don't you?
Because I don't want to wake up to a gecko shitting on me, you know?
You want what you don't want. That's a tough position to be in.
Yeah. But I'm afraid it would crawl into the, like, I have a drawer, my silverware drawer. If I open it, all the air from the first floor rushes up from underneath my cabinets and out my drawer.
Okay.
So it's like a cool, like,
you have like a pressurized drawer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So like I don't want them to like crawl down into that and get eaten by a black widow or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, they'd find their way into something they shouldn't be in. They're so tiny. Or I'd be scared of I'd have to watch everywhere I step just in case they were on the floor or whatever.
And I don't do that sometimes, so yeah.
Like sometimes I even kick my cat. Like, and she doesn't care. Like she gets in between my legs and she knows she's like kinda like in the danger zone. But like sometimes
maybe she's trying to get your attention.
Right, like I'm just walking.
Maybe you're not paying attention anyways.
Right, exactly. Right. Good call.
She doesn't want to jump up on you and claw you or something.
She's a good kitty. Someday she'll come on camera.
She's been on camera.
On this podcast?
That I don't know. Maybe once. Maybe in the background or something. Every now and again she'll flit around in the background.
Yeah. At this point of the day, she's usually napping. You're so good. You're a good kitty, aren't you? I love you. She's my special kitty.
She's a very pretty kitty. I like her on Instagram anytime I see her.
Instagram.com/silverdoubloons.
I'm on there too. I think it's Doc Phipps with 3 P's. Figure it out.
Wow. That's
1 H.
Doc Phipps, and the F is PH.
Who's PH Phipps?
Yeah. Because I think if I heard that and I didn't know, I would think it was FIPPS. PPPS.
I think it's Greek. It comes from the phi. The hippos.
What does
water
phi
horse.
mean? Is it it's just a letter, right?
I think so. Yeah, the P. But then you have the hip, which comes from the water horse, the hippos.
You have the hippity hoppity? Or do you just have the hip?
Much like a gecko,
hop?
I don't move around a lot. But when I do, it causes people a concern.
Dude.
I'm very calm until I need to not be.
We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes.
How do you feel about it?
I'm vibing.
I'm vibing too.
1:49 a.m. here. What time is it there?
You feeling it? It's about 11:49 a.m.
I'm getting sleepy. PM. I got a post-it now that says, "Past 2 a.m. ? Make plans to go to sleep." It's how I'm trying to keep my sleep schedule. Like as soon as I see it's past 2 a.m., it's like I gotta make plans to go to sleep. I don't have to necessarily just get up and go, but at least make plans.
I've been going until I want to fall asleep. I've been doing a lot of Netflix binging.
I'm familiar with this lifestyle.
Yeah, the unemployment lifestyle.
Dude, I lived that for years, where I would live like a 26-hour day.
I do like my 26-hour days. It's not good.
I mean, if you say it's not good, then it's not good. That's how I would look at it.
You need to get, I hear, a minimum of 8 hours of sleep. Anything below 8 hours of sleep is just like more detrimental than anything else. But then you get into like those different sleep schedules, or like the Uberman, or just like altered sleep schedules where like you sleep for 3 hours and then you're up for 4 hours and then you take a 30-minute nap, then you're up for an hour, then another 15-minute nap, stuff like that. It's possible. You can do that. And I would love to get into that. I probably should train myself. I've always wanted to do that, and I'm unemployed now.
Here's the thing to doing this stuff like that. You just have to force yourself to do it. I know I say this all the time about everything, but if you force yourself to do it for 2 weeks, then you'll just be a guy who does that now. That's your routine.
2 weeks.
2 weeks is 2 weeks is all it takes to change your. 2 weeks is all it takes to change your entire life.
Like I'm the type of like if I wanted to stop vaping nicotine, I'd be like, if I do it for 2 weeks, then I can start doing it again if I want to, and then I would start doing it again.
Then I guess you never really wanted to stop in the first place.
But I still did the 2 weeks.
Why? If your intention was just
I don't know, because there was an arbitrary number of weeks given to me.
But I think in that situation, you have to kind of like, you have to do some soul searching to figure out what you want. And if you want to keep doing smoking nicotine, then you just keep smoking nicotine. If you don't want to smoke nicotine, then that's the way you would solve the problem. Do you want to smoke nicotine?
I mean, I keep doing it.
Do you want to, though?
I don't want to stop.
Then keep smoking nicotine.
I mean, I was gonna.
Do you think? Vibe it out.
I'd still be smoking cigarettes if every single cigarette didn't make me want to like throw up and die.
Dude, this alcohol, this vodka makes me want to throw up.
Yeah,
I have to fight my body's
alcohol
physiology.
Poisoning, dude.
No way. What, really?
Yeah.
If I want to throw up,
yeah.
that means I have alcohol poisoning?
Yeah, if your body's saying I have something inside me that I don't want there anymore,
Dude,
and I want to.
literally every time I drink, I feel like I want to throw up. Am I just like allergic to alcohol? Maybe.
You could have an intolerance to it. I mean, vodka. Like, what's the proof on that? I assume 70.
It's gonna be very hard to read this. 40%.
What kind is it?
It says 40% alcohol per over volume.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking.
Okay.
40. It's not vodka. I'm doing whiskey. That's not important. Although different types of alcohol affect different people differently.
Mm-hmm.
I should check out some vodka again. I should have got some vodka. I got 3 different whiskeys. But okay. That's just because I know what I like. You, on the other hand, should switch off of vodka. Vodka, I find like it burns. It just burns. It's like sterile.
It certainly burns.
It's like fuel.
It is fuel.
Yeah. I like the taste of whiskey.
Oh. Okay, let me write that down on a post-it note.
But maybe whiskey's not your thing.
But at least it's something I can try.
It's something.
Whoa.
Have you ever had an alcoholic beverage that you liked? Whiskey.
I still can write. Have I ever had an alcoholic? No, I don't think so.
Not even like a Shirley Temple or like a Tom Collins or a whiskey sour.
Never tried any of these things. Fuck. I guess my problem is I just haven't tried it enough. Because like I'm like I said, like I've had some beers, I've had some coolers, and I've had vodka.
What'd you think of the coolers?
Smirnoff Ice was the closest thing I ever found to something that was tolerable.
That's like technically vodka.
It was the closest thing I ever found to like palatable.
Okay.
I still didn't like it.
Well, yeah. See, you just don't like alcohol.
Yeah.
And like that's a normal reaction for a body to have.
My ancestors should have drank more alcohol.
Hmm?
My ancestors should have drank more alcohol. Changed my
maybe
physiology.
It wasn't even. Maybe they just found the alcohol that they like drinking.
Oh,
like, dude, I started out on schnapps. Dr. McGillicuddy's menthol mint schnapps. That's all I would drink.
What is schnapps? Peaches?
They have peach schnapps.
Schnapps what is just schnapps?
Like. I think it's just like they splice in a flavor, and it's like a low alcohol.
They splice a flavor into what? Like a rum whiskey? Is it like a variation or something else?
Well, rum's like an entire different like sect of alcohol.
Isn't wait so beer is barley and whiskey is also barley, right?
Well, they can make them out of other things too.
Can they? Maybe I just don't know anything about alcohol.
Dude, there's so much to know about it.
Are you educated on alcohol?
A little bit. I mean, like, okay, the thing that I concentrate on most is alcohol, ABV, alcohol by volume.
Sure.
You probably are looking for something that's less alcohol and more flavor.
Sure.
Like,
but I'm worried that won't get me fucked up.
Well, here's the thing. You drink enough of anything, it'll get you fucked up.
I don't want to sit here and fucking chug bottle after bottle every night. Not to mention if I have to fucking bring all these bottles home. Like, imagine how much I have to fucking go to the grocery store. Like, what a pain in the ass.
Well, everybody's got their different tolerance levels. Or like, Dr. McGillicuddy's ranges from 30 to 60 proof.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 15 to 30% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas what you're drinking is 40% alcohol.
Oh, it's just too much.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
maybe
I am
you like
mixing
that
it.
amount of alcohol. You just haven't found the right type of alcohol. Like maybe you love rum. Maybe you love tequila. Like it's the ingredients, man. It's how your body interacts with it.
Is there any alcohol made out of chocolate? Isn't chocolate a plant?
They add chocolate to a lot of beers and probably a lot of other drinks. I mean, like you add cinnamon to whiskey, it's Fireball, which I don't like.
Oh
But
right. I had a little taste of Fireball recently for the first time, and I literally said it tastes like those cinnamon hearts you get at Valentine's Day.
yeah, spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Tasty.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap this up. I'm getting tired.
You looking to wrap it up?
Yeah, we're at 125. You got any
Okay.
final words, Jerry Springer?
What did we learn today?
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
I'm a sex pervert.
Is there any other kind of perverts?
Well, you know, I think a perversion is just a deviant reaction to a stimulus.
Wow. Because when I hear the word pervert, I instantly think of like, somebody jerking off their dick in the bushes, outside the high school. That's my first thought of pervert.
I'm looking up perversion definition. It says alteration of something from its original course, meaning, or state to a distortion or corruption of what was first intended.
So are people who like anime perverts?
If they prefer anime over real life,
Wow. I was just trying to make
perverting
a
their
joke,
perception.
but you.
Well, yeah.
Pulled
I'm going to deconstruct that shit, my dude.
I love people who love anime. I have nothing against anime. Let me put that out there.
Dude, I watch a significant amount of Japanese cartoons.
I watched Sword Art Online and it was pretty good.
I loved Bullet Game or whatever it was called, where they had guns instead of like swords and shields and stuff.
Don't know that one.
It's like a spin-off of that show. It's really good.
Oh shit.
If you ask me.
Bullet? It was called?
So, like, do you have the Netflix? No.
I don't know that kind
What was it called? Hack.slash? What was it? What was the cartoon called?
Cyberpunk
No.
2070. Sword Art Online.
So, that one. Yeah. It's the same. Hold on.
I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077. Have we talked about that yet?
Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. That's a game, but like there's an offshoot where it's a gun game.
Like Counter-Strike? Terrorists win.
Not quite. They might have that game mode in there. They have one on Steam. I should check that game out.
What's it called?
Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet.
Jesus. Do you have to put on a headset to play it and offer your soul to an AI construct? Spoiler alert.
I'm sure that might be in the game. Dude. In the game, you might have to do that at some point.
It's a simulation.
I mean, I put this headset onto here.
I also put my headset onto here.
Hot dog.
I hear everything, including the screams of the dead.
I used to do some work with autistic kids.
Uh-huh.
And I had this one kid, he had those magnet hearing aids.
Dude,
that magneted into your skull.
I have that in my skull.
Yeah. So what his mom would do is she wouldn't turn them off. And then she would store them by putting the magnets together. And then when he put them on, that kid heard the fucking devil.
Really?
Yeah, like this fucking 2.5-year-old I was sitting down. I was sitting like pretzel-legged, but he ran through me. Like he fucking tackled me. He leveled me. Because as soon as we put the magnets on his skull, I could see it in his eyes. Whatever he heard was like the most horrific thing that kid had ever heard before.
Jesus Christ.
And he ran through me. He ripped him off his head.
And you posited that it was because they were stored magnet to magnet?
And because they were turned on. That was
really,
my guess.
That's really weird that you would leave them on because it just drains the battery for no good reason.
Yeah. Mom wasn't very present.
At least she got her kid the hearing aids, you know?
Yeah, but the reason they had it was because once they were born, they didn't take care of them, and then they got meningitis, and then they went deaf from meningitis.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. They were not in the program very long after, like, I got there.
Well, on that note, this has been the Poor Life Decisions Podcast.
The Poor Life Decisions Podcast? Silver Doubloons?
We did
What did you learn?
I learned that you should never invade Russia during the winter.
No, they will burn everything before you get to it.
Dude, Russia's so big.
What a filthy people.
How could you ever take over Russia? You would have to have like, you'd have to have at least one person for every square kilometer.
You'd have to outdrink them.
There's not enough people in the world. They would just
keep moving. Outdrink a Russian?
No, they would just keep moving to a different part of Russia. Russia's so big.
Well, yeah.
And then, like, eventually you would, like, abandon some areas because you're like, okay, this is ours. But then the Russians would move back in. You can't conquer Russia. Russia's like... Russia's its own thing.
Those people live there. Yeah, Russia's its own continent, if you ask me.
Why would anyone else, like, do you think, like, China would ever, like, conquer Russia and then move in? Like, they're fine over there.
China's just like, let's not fuck with those crackers. Like...
Are Russian people white?
Whiter than Chinese people.
What does white mean?
The pigment of their skin. Well, like, what? Okay, what are you gonna tell me that a Russian person is? What color is a Russian person's skin?
I think they're Russian. Colored? I think they're Russian.
They're just Russian?
I think, like, does anybody even say, like, white and black outside of, like, the United States? Isn't that, like, pretty unique to your country?
Oh, yeah, dude. The Japanese hate black people.
Really?
So do the Chinese. Yeah.
Poor
Check out the cartoons.
They've been pretty oppressed for a long time.
And, like, when's the last time you saw a black guy speaking Russian? Like a guy who didn't spend 5 years in college to learn Russian. And, like, even then, when have you seen that?
I don't think that I have.
I don't think I have either.
Black people don't speak Russian. On that note, thank you all for watching.
That's what I learned. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Never been a black person to speak Russian. Please sleep well. Do you want to say anything?
Das Vidanya.
Do you want to say anything as I click the stop recording button?
Das Vidanya, my Nancy Pelosi.
Das Vidanya. And to all a good night. Sleep well.